Hi guys, my name is Shauna and I thought that I would do some web episodes talking about my experience of being bipolar, the medicine that I'm using, and the side effects I've had from previous medicine to see if anyone else can relate to my situation. Just a little bit of background of me. I, um, I have had depression, anxiety, and recently diagnosed as bipolar. Um, But first, all my symptoms started after I had my son. My son Gavin was born in 2009. And soon after that, I just noticed I was crying. I couldn't stop. I wasn't as happy. I was happy, but I wasn't as happy as I had hoped. I was overwhelmed. I was worried. I was constantly worried that just all those little things that you're worried with a newborn. You know, I kept sneaking into his room just to make sure he was breathing, a whole bunch of things, and I wasn't myself. So I was terrified too. You know, I was 19, and I never was around babies before, besides my nephew. But you know, my nephew was only a couple of years older at that time. Um, it was just so overwhelming. And I remember I was terrified. I was terrified to tell the nurse that I was feeling this way because I wasn't sure if other people felt this way. 19, naive, I had my first child. I didn't know what to think. So I kept it hidden. I didn't want anyone to know. I didn't want anyone to label me as a bad mom. I didn't want anyone to call social services. These are all these fears that are running through my head at that time in 2009. Um, then, you know, later I just started to talk to the nurses, kept asking how I was doing at every checkup that he had for his immunizations. And I just finally got enough courage and I went to a walk-in clinic. I said, I'm just not feeling myself. And they gave me a questionnaire to fill out. So then anyways, after doing the questionnaire, they gave me some citalopram, which worked. I had no side effects from citalopram. It made me want to like just run laps. I had so much energy. It was what I needed at that time. So I have nothing really bad to say about citalopram, but I was on a very low dosage of that as well. So then I am really bad with taking medicine. So then I would take my medicine for, you know, for a few weeks. I'd miss a dose here or there, and then I just got lazy with it, and I stopped taking it. And you know, when you're feeling at a high or you're feeling really good, you don't want to take any more medicine. And then what happens is like you stop taking it, you feel so good, you stop taking it altogether, and then your body just goes into shock. And that serotonin in your brain doesn't get there anymore because you know the pills help the serotonin get to the brain. It doesn't get there anymore. You're back at a low dosage of serotonin that your body's naturally producing, and you hit rock bottom and you feel like crap. And then you have to, it's a vicious cycle. So then anyways, I stopped taking the meds. Then I was on Effexor for a while. Effexor was working at first. I stopped taking it for a long time. Then I took it back again a year later. And Effexor started giving me some really nasty migraines. Like 2 weeks worth of migraines. Every single day I had some sort of migraine. Right in the front, right in the back. It didn't really matter. It just killed. Turn off all the lights, turn off all the music. I couldn't hear anything. Certain frequencies of sounds just triggered it. And I would get massive migraine instantly. And not only that, is it would like just trigger it would trigger just a bad mood right away. I couldn't look at anyone, and oh, it was just terrible. So I went to my doctor, and he said, okay, let's get off Effexor because obviously you're having some sort of reaction to it. It's not really working with your body. So let's try Zoloft. All right, let's try Zoloft. Wow. What? Ugh, I don't have any words to say it. It was the worst experience of my life. So I tried Zoloft. Tried the first pill, little tiny yellow tablet. And then I tried it again the next day. And that's when all the side effects came. I had an adverse reaction, and it was not fun at all. I couldn't stop moving. I was tired, so I would sleep, but then I couldn't stop moving. I had like restless body syndrome, and I'm like rocking back and forth. I'm like stimming almost, and it was crazy. It was the most terrible thing I've ever experienced. I couldn't stop moving. I went psychotic. I lost reality. I had no concept of what reality was at that time. I actually had to call my ex-husband. He came over and I'm bawling my eyes out on the floor. I just can't get control of myself, my emotions, anything. And he took me into the emergency. And I was screaming and emerged so bad. Like, all the other patients that were waiting to see a doctor were like terrified. They kept staring at me like, who's this crazy girl? And I'm there in a wheelchair for 3 hours. I'm rocking back and forth and back and forth. Even they gave me an Ativan too to try to calm me down, but that didn't work because I'm still rocking back and forth and back and forth. And I just could not stop moving. The only thing that helped me was when they put an IV in my system, they gave me saline. And the saline helped a lot. It really did. They gave me saline, they gave me like a gravel for the nauseousness that I was experiencing, and they also gave me something else. I can't remember what it was, but it knocked me out. And I had the best sleep in my life. I did not feel the need to move. I did not feel the need to stim. I did not feel the need to throw up or anything. It was the best sleep in my life. Zoloft and me do not mix. And you know, that's just my experience. I don't know what your experience with Zoloft is. Maybe it has helped people and that's wonderful. But for me, it was the wrong drug. So, you know, I took some time off from work and I'm trying to figure out my whole life because I am going through a divorce as well. And the doctor said, okay, so Shauna, obviously the antidepressant medication that I'm giving you is not working. Like, you've already gone through 2. You know, your body keeps going from one med to another. So let's just detox your system for a bit. So don't go on any meds. And just try to deal with the depression and your ups and downs and all this kind of stuff. And let's start an antipsychotic medicine. And I'm like, oh my God, isn't that what like crazy people take? I'm not very educated on that kind of stuff. So he's like, no, it's just like it's a mood stabilizer. And it will help stabilize your mood rather than produce serotonin. I don't, to be honest with you guys, I don't know how it works. But I started researching, Seroquel and what kind of people use it for bipolar and for oh my goodness, schizophrenic people, and that's okay with me. You know what? So I just started taking 25 milligrams, so 2 tablets, so 50 milligrams at night. And the first thing I experienced was I was so stoned. I took my 2 pills, and then an hour later I'm lying in bed and I'm just like, I just couldn't think. I couldn't do anything. And then I'm like, my girlfriend calls me on the phone, and and I'm talking to her. And the funniest thing happened was that I lost all muscle control. My tongue was like, ugh. It was like jello. I could not spit out my words fast enough. It was the most ridiculous thing. But you know what? I took it again the next night because that side effect, losing all muscle control, seriously, is not as bad as the reaction I got from Zoloft. Stimming like this and not being able to move and tossing and turning in bed for hours upon hours is nothing compared to losing a little muscle control. So anyways, I just figured that my body needed to get used to taking the Seroquel. So I took it again. I didn't experience after that. I haven't had any side effects from Seroquel. I'm so happy about that. And I've heard a lot of really bad stories, videos on YouTube talking about Seroquel and all this other like nasty medication, all the side effects. I personally have not experienced any of those, and I'm very thankful for that. For once in my life, I kind of feel like my body is, I feel good. I don't feel on a high like I normally do. Like, the highs are wonderful, don't get me wrong, but sometimes they can be completely impulsive. Like, you feel like you can accomplish anything, and you're just on top of the world. And then your depression, oh my goodness, I never want to ever experience a depression like I did. You just, like, the suicidal thoughts. I was completely suicidal. I was a mess. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't put any makeup on. I couldn't do it. I couldn't take care of myself, let alone I couldn't take care of anyone else that I had in the house. And it just became just a really nasty problem. My problems seem like I just stuck in a rut, and I could not get out of this rut, unfortunately. But thank God, for once in my life, taking the Seroquel, I feel like I'm finally getting on track with my life. I don't feel low. I don't feel super high. I just feel right in the middle, and that's great. I can wake up and I'm happy. I'm still tired, like drowsy from the Seroquel, because I did take 75 milligrams last night versus 50. But I'm starting to feel really great, and to be honest with you, it's a huge change. months and months and months upon all this yo-yoing up and down, up and down, up and down. Take these meds, don't take these meds, detox your system, take these meds again. And I just finally found, like, I personally felt like found the right medicine for me, and I'm very thankful for that. I am going to get some psychiatric evaluation done here as well, so I'm really thankful for that. And what also has been helping me in my journey so far is journaling. And I write down journaling. Sometimes I don't even know what to write about, just start writing. You know, what am I going to write about? What am I going to write about? What am I going to write about? Oh, how about we write about this? Write about your day. And then at the end, I always pick 5 things that I'm thankful for. Whether it can be the most stupidest things that you're thankful for. I'm thankful for heated blankets. I'm thankful for my dogs. I'm thankful for necklaces. I'm thankful for Hawaii. I don't know, whatever. Just pick something that you are thankful for, because there's so much to be thankful for in this world. And then I always, every single day, I have a small, achievable, realistic goal that I can achieve within that day. So for example, go for a 20-minute walk, or make a healthy meal, or spend 20 minutes on yourself having a hot bath, or painting your toenails, or doing whatever you want. You know, that stuff has helped me personally. You know, I hope to make more videos. I want to talk about bipolar and what it's like, and having to justify your feelings to other people, because a lot of other people don't know what you're going through, and that really sucks. Does. It really, really sucks. And personally, like, you shouldn't have to justify your feelings, but we'll get into that in another video, and I'm really looking forward to talking. It's a very therapeutic thing for me. All right, take care. Bye.